Sorry to bump that. All right, so with this, what kind of problems are you having with sorting out the differences between, or if you are at all, are you having problems sorting out the differences between project and for the project proposal and research questions, or is that coming out pretty well for you? Okay, so nobody's having any problems. All right then. Anybody have any questions?
I think I want to talk to you.
I would say the big thing for me is just, yeah, I think that there's been less clarity than required going through this, and so a little bit more detail would probably help.
Okay. All right. In addition, did everybody dump me in wherever you're at on your dissertation proposal? I have a couple, but I don't have everybody's.
What was the question?
I said, did everybody dump me in just a short statement or your piece of whatever you have for your dissertation proposal? Okay, then that explains why that one wasn't.
For that. Surprise!
Okay, so. All right, so week number 1, I'd said about having this help you work through your dissertation proposal to try and get it done before we were finished with class, or at least push forward so you could finish it over Christmas. And then in the class, right underneath the discussion board before the developing your budget, there's a place that says dissertation checkpoint. And that was supposed to be just for you to dump me in whatever you have as kind of an accountability piece, so that you at least have to own up that I have 3 paragraphs, or I have 6 ideas that I'm still playing with that I don't know where I'm at, or I have this paper that I did in another class that I really want to work towards. So that was the other piece that was, I've gotten a couple. And but that's been about it. So
will you whenever you look at what we've given you, can you just, I don't know if there's a document, or I think Lisa told me there's something in our handbook, but whatever the guidelines are, whatever the expectations are of, because I know we have separate pieces, so are you expecting 3 separate things, or is this one thing that should be written all together?
Proposal?
Yes.
For your proposal, it is basically an introduction, some lit review. Here's the research questions that I have. Here's how I think I'm going to investigate it. And here's 3 possible papers I can write. That's what your entire proposal looks like. Most of them are running between 25 and 30 pages when you get all of that done. Okay?
And are you also looking for
what am I looking for here?
Instruments to be done, like survey instruments?
What do I want from you guys right now? I just want to know where you're at.
Yeah.
I don't care what you have done. If you want to turn me in something that says, I have diddly squat, I have 3 ideas in my head, I have not figured out what any of these ideas are yet, I have no idea, and I need to figure that out, and I know I have to do that quickly, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not grading this at all, just the fact that you're giving me something, because I just want to get a pulse point on where you think you guys are.
Okay. And how will we know when we are ready to defend this proposal?
Okay, so you're going to have an appointment with your advisor, and you're going to say, this is what I want to do. And I'm going to say, okay, so if this is what you want to do, then, what are your research questions? How do you want to get this kind of data? Are you going to do a survey? Are you going to do some interview questions? How are you going to flesh out these ideas? Based on what you want to do and the methods that you think you want to use, we are going to craft out the topics that you're going to be working through for your literature review. Talk about the nice little funnel model where you have a big idea. Anytime you're writing the paper, you know, you have your big idea, you have the smaller idea, the smaller, then this is your research question that's going to fit right in here. And then the stuff that you do is going to balloon out underneath it and give you that nice little hourglass. And we'll also talk a little bit about the sandwich paragraph. You know, and the sandwich paragraph goes against everything that you as a like creative writer has like in your gut saying this is how you write. But it's really how all research papers are structured and how most actual other papers are too. They're just really creative on how they do it. And that is you have your topic sentence, that's your bread. And then you have your meat of what you want to say. And you have your condiments and your lettuce and your tomato and all of those kind of things. And then you have your bread at the bottom. So basically you tell me what you're going to talk about. You tell me all the studies, all the pieces that you want to talk about in that paragraph. And then you summarize it and kick me off to the next paragraph. And that's the sandwich paragraph that you use to really start to structure your writing. And then that makes it nice and clear and crisp. And that's what journal editors like. They don't like, unless you're writing for like the Journal of Creativity, you know, so Society, Technology, and Creativity or something like that. They pretty much want to see a structure like that. If you start to write nice complicated sentences with a lot of subordinate clauses, they get a little antsy and tell you to rewrite it. So, but when you're writing your proposal for it, you're going to have basically a literature review that talks about the topic that you have, introduction, why this is important, the purpose of your project, the introduction, literature review or theoretical framework that's going to talk about the theories that you're basing this on, the studies that have been done already that flesh out the topic, that give you this big broad overview of it, that help you narrow it down into where this hole in the research is. And then you have your research question that says, this is what I want to investigate, this is why, and then you have your methods that you think you would be using. You know, I'm going to run an online Twitter session and I'm going to have all my people attend this. I'm going to talk to them before and after. I'm going to track, you know, what hashtags they're using, those kind of things. I'm going to interview them at the end. Or, you know, somebody else has, in one of my other classes at one point in time, was looking at their teacher philosophies that they turned in whenever they were hired. You know, here's your teaching philosophy. Here's how you actually are teaching in the classroom. This is a sample lesson that they submitted. How do those align, and looking at congruence between that and then aligning it to like the Danielson framework or something like that. You know, where you could also use, like, I know that you like the COI framework. So, I mean, if you were looking at it with the COI framework, how would you analyze these pieces of data to make them align and to put them together so that you could look across all of them and then see kind of themes and patterns at the end of what they're doing and how they're doing it. Okay. Alrighty then, I'm going to be a lot clearer. I'll give you a to-do list every week. Instead of just assuming that because it posts that you're getting it. Because that somebody messaged me earlier and said, I'm not getting any announcements. I don't know if you guys are getting them or not, but somebody else told me that they're not getting any announcements pushing through. So that's not good. And I will see what is going on with that. Because
Yeah, Blackboard
get 'em
seems
on my
like
phone.
it's not working real well for this particular class. It's like stuff's,
yeah, like here's week 9. There's an update for week 9.
yeah.
There's week 10.
It's not, I'm having a lot of trouble finding stuff and I'm not getting announcements. So.
Wait, did you say there was an update announcement for week 10 and week 9? Because
Yeah.
all I have is, in my announcements, is the Zoom link for class from October 26th, the Zoom link for class that you put on November 3rd, And then October 16th, clarifications and changes. And then it says October 28th, week 10 and updates, but like everything's not in order and I'm not getting them to my email, so I don't know they're there. And
Okay. I will, I
really
will,
weird.
yeah. Okay.
I'm the same as Tiffany.
Okay. I don't know why, because it's, they tell me at the Blackboard people tell me that nothing has changed since all the updates that they've done, that everything is going out the same as it has been. And I said, really? Okay. It used to do this and this. Oh, it's still doing that. Look, we'll do it right now. You know, I'm like, you know what, I'm not lying to you. Here's my email. It's not sending me the announcements either, but they were swearing to me that it was going out to all my students. So, okay, we will take care of that as well. Yeah. All right. I apologize for that. I apologize for the lack of clarity and the lack of announcements that you guys have not been getting. And the fact that they're even posting in wacko order. Like, I don't understand. Okay. So I will see what I can do to get this fixed for you guys, and we will get through the rest of the class and get this taken care of then. Sorry about that. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay. All right, I'll get these all taken care of, and we will moving on then. All right. Is this time horrible for everybody? What time's better for you guys? Because I was told that basically no time is better for most of you from the 2 or 3 people that have told
I'll be on like Letha's time for the next 2 weeks, so yeah, I'm always on a different time zone anyway, so don't count on me.
I can do 8 o'clock. I mean, home.
Okay. All right, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, Olivia's not minding being on the iPad when we should be going to bed, so whatever.
All right. All right, I have other classes scheduled in that to the other spots, so I can do it another day. I can do 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if that makes sense, but then that means Letha is going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning if she had to actually come to class. So, all right, I'll see what I can do. All right. Okie dokie. Well, then thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate your time. If you have any other questions, just hang on here afterwards and we can talk for a few, or you can email me and set me a time. Okay? All right, then have a good night.